food components which are responsible for growth and development, building block, production of new cells and repair of damaged cells. Now, if both protein and carbohydrate are lacking in the body, this leads to a disease called PEM. PEM means protein energy malnutrition. Malnutrition. Protein, very well you know. Energy, of course you know. Malnutrition. Mal means long. Mal means long, and nutrition means feeding symptom. That means malnutrition. It will lead to the lack of the deficiency of protein and carbohydrate together will lead to a deficiency. This is called protein energy malnutrition, which results in the diseases such as kwashiorkor, marasmus. Kwashiorkor and marasmus. These two types of diseases are under PEM. What is kwashiorkor? Of course, kwashiorkor is a disease in which this disease occurs mostly in child age. In this age, the stomach, the belly becomes swollen. The body will remain thin and the belly will become swollen. Even the face will also swell up, and these are limbs, the lower limbs, the upper limbs, they swell up. They will not show proper growth. However, in earlier stages, it will not be experienced, but later it will be experienced. The child will remain dull, inactive, and the body will, the stomach, especially the belly, will bulge out. Marasmus is another disease which comes under PEM. Just opposite to kwashiorkor, marasmus will show very poor development of muscles. That means the patient, the child, of course this also occurs in the child age, the child will lose all the muscles. There will be no development of muscles and only bones will be prominent from the outside. Even you will be able to see their ribs from the outside. The eyes will be depressing inside, and the skin will also be becoming loose, and of course the child will suffer from diseases such as diarrhea and so and so. So these two are very serious diseases which are caused by the lack of both protein and carbohydrate. Thereafter comes the deficiency of vitamins. Vitamins are very essential. As you know, as we yesterday heard about, there are different type of vitamins starting from A up to K. Vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C, vitamin D, E, and so and so. Even vitamin B has 12 components. Vitamin B1, B2, B6, and so and so. Each vitamin is responsible for a particular type of function in our body. Let us discuss one by one. Vitamin A. I am writing only A. It means deficiency of vitamin A. Deficiency of vitamin A will lead to a condition called night blindness. Night blindness. That means this is the case in which the people, it may occur, it may happen to any age of life. This patient, the person suffers from poor vision, and he or she will not be able to see in dark. That means in the day they will be able to see, but as soon as or as the day will start falling down, the sun will start setting, the person will not be able to see, and of course in the night he will become completely blind, and again in the next day after the sunrise he will be able to see. But if this deficiency of A prolongs, that this night blindness will finally completely turn into blindness. This person, which was earlier not able to see only in dark, will become completely blind, and he will not be able to see even day and light also. Next is B. vitamin D. The deficiency of vitamin D leads to disease called beriberi. This is a disease which is related with the gums of our teeth. The gums will become loose, they will become swollen, they will become bloody. Blood will start coming out, and ultimately this will leads to the foul smell from the mouth and early fall down of the teeth. Thereafter is vitamin C. This will lead to the disease called scurvy. Scurvy is a disease which is related to skin. The skin, a person suffering from deficiency of vitamin C will have the disease called scurvy, and in scurvy our skin will become white and scaly, dusty type, scaly, and it will irritate. We will have irritation, itchings all over the skin. We will always have itchings all over the skin. This disease is called scurvy, and this is led by the deficiency of vitamin C. After that is vitamin D, and the lack of vitamin D leads to the disease called rickets. Rickets is a disease which, of course, occurs in early ages of life, in which bones become weak. Bones become weak, and the child, if he or she falls down while walking, it may have or she may have a fracture. That means this leads to the weakening of bones. After that is vitamin E. There is no particular and austerity vitamin, you can say it, but there is no proper name for it. However, the symptoms of it are hair color. That means a boy or a person or a child suffering from the lack of vitamin E will have change in the color of the hair very early. A child of 10 or 5 or 15 years will have white hairs, which generally occurs after the age of 40 years. In the 10-year age, he will have white hairs. This is because of the deficiency of vitamin E. So these were some of the examples of deficiency of vitamins. Now let us move to deficiency of minerals. Yesterday you came to know the function of minerals. Minerals, along with the vitamins, they are responsible for the proper growth of the body. So in case you just saw the deficiency of vitamin, now we will discuss about the deficiency of minerals. In case minerals are deficient in our body, we will not have proper or enough improper improper development of body. That means our body will not develop. There is a ratio. Suppose a 10-year-old child should have 10 kg or 15 kg or 20 kgs of weight. He should have a height of 4 feet and so and so. If the body of the person or the child is lacking minerals, then these conditions will not be fulfilled. For example, he may have underweight, he may have under height, he may have underdeveloped muscles, and so. So minerals even this lack of minerals will lead to the early fall down of teeth and bones, along with vitamin D. Now the next is water. The lack of water leads to disease which is called dehydration. Dear students, however, initially dehydration is not a serious matter, but if this dehydration prolongs, it will turn to fatal. Fatal means life causing. Death will be the ultimate result of it. When the amount of water in our body will reduce to the limit, from the limit, it will lead to a condition called dehydration, and in dehydration our cells will start dying, our circulatory system will be disturbed, our eyes will dry up, we will lose our vision, and several organs will start malfunctioning, and this will lead ultimately, gradually, slowly to the death of the person. Last is roughage. As I yesterday told you, roughage are the food components, fibrous food components, which are not digested by our body, but they help in digesting the food particles. So if our body, our diet is lacking roughage, then ultimately it will lead to the improper digestion. That means it will disturb the digestive process of the body, and food will not be digested properly. This will lead to conditions such as loose motion and stomach problem. Or rather you can say digestive problems. Digestive problem. Got it? Roughage, in case of deficiency of roughage in our body, we will have digestive problems which will be absorbed or felt by loose motion. A person will start going again and again for the washroom, and he will ultimately, if you are suffering from loose motion, it will lead to dehydration and weakness, and several diseases will be there. So water as well as roughage are our two different type of food components, but they are also needed for the body. Got it? So this was all about components of food up to balanced diet and deficiency diseases. In next class we will discuss about the remaining topics of this chapter. Till then, watch this video again and again and try to understand it, and if you feel any problem, consult me directly. Thank you. Have a nice day.